目で合流なんだよな。戦える数じゃない。
I'm a cheap bastard, and so when my apartment complex offers free internet.
Man, not another one of these. I'm just going to follow the light. Follow the light. There's more enemies. I don't think I'm supposed to go this way. I can't go that way.
If you went right, yeah, you would have been near that monster who drained his skin.
Move. Hello.
There you go.
That was gamer dodge.
Sure.
I don't think a chain-linked fence would stop the wind.
Also, you didn't even lock it. The monsters could have just kept coming through it.
This is not a good time to Q-kid. What are you talking about? Okay, they are gearing me up for a boss fight.
Maybe just restoring.
Nope, it opened the gate. The wind figured out how to open the gate.
Okay.
Was that the sword guy? I couldn't tell. That sounds like a sword.
They answered.
And doggies.
Right. That?
Ooh, achievement. Without getting hit. Okay, yeah, sure, I didn't get hit. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Again, the fog monster's just like, never mind, I give up here.
Oh, did I cross the Torii gate? Yeah, okay, that makes sense then.
Okay.
Can I go back now? First things first, save, and then I'll try to go back.
One thing that I do see as a valid criticism of the game is that in every cutscene that has your character in it, she is always using a steel pipe, no matter what weapon you currently have, or even if you have no steel pipe. She will always have a steel pipe in the cinematic.
And where do I put the steel pipe?
Up your skirt. It'd be funny if you go back and then... Oh, there's that fence again. Can't climb it.
Okay. So I noticed this. The reason why I keep going backwards to explore is because at one point early in the game they had Sakuko's mailbox key, and you got some like hidden lore where you find out that Sakuko was schizophrenic or whatever. So I keep looking for stuff like that. They've never done it again. It was only that one time in the very beginning of the game. And I don't understand why.
What I wonder about is maybe like in a New Game Plus or something, they do the same thing. Like there's multiple, but just during the first gameplay through, it's only that one time. But if it's only that one time, you really should have done that one time in New Game Plus only then. So
yeah.
So then that you would have looked later. pause for 2 seconds?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna give a lore dump right now about Japan. They love setting everything that is cool, interesting, a castle, a shrine. They love setting it on fire. That is their hobby from the very beginning of time. And you might think I'm joking by his reaction, but his reaction is
No, no, it's
literally
true.
correct because every single castle has just been burned down and then rebuilt. So any castle that's like here right now, if you go to it, and like go to like the museum that they usually have inside, it's like this castle was lit on fire in this time period, and then it was rebuilt, and then it was destroyed again in another fire. Like, I'm unfortunately Edo Castle, the one that would be in Tokyo. There's only the base because it's been burned down so many times, and then when the last emperor that wanted to rebuild it, he couldn't do it. Like he just there wasn't enough time because of all the wars. So that's why there's no castle in Tokyo right now, even though there's supposed to be. But if you go to Kyoto or Osaka, they still have their castles because they were able to be rebuilt. But like, I'm not even joking when I say like it burns down. Everything has burned down once. Like everything. So like this, her saying that the shrine burned down, that's so relatable to like every Japanese person because it's like, oh yeah, my shrine, my local shrine, yeah, it burned down like 200 years ago and we rebuilt it. Like that usually is like the story. I don't think there's like a single place in Japan that hasn't just been burnt down and rebuilt. And, and to me, because like it doesn't go into detail, at least in the English version. I've asked my wife about it and she has not really been able to explain more outside of like castles. Like obviously castles were lit on fire because like war. Like how are you gonna burn like if the shogun is like on the top floor of a wooden building and you burn down the building from the bottom, he ain't getting out, right? So like that makes sense. But like this shrine, like how did it burn down? Usually it's because I think back then they used a lot of fire for lighting, right? Like with lanterns and stuff. And I just think that they were lazy with or not lazy, but like they didn't like manage fire correctly. So like even a lantern just burns through the lantern and just lights the building on fire, I think. So like and also lightning. Apparently lightning likes to strike buildings like that too. So I went to Kanazawa once and they're rebuilding like they rebuilt the castle, but like they're trying to like fix it up and apparently lightning had struck something and that was a problem. So it's like Japan is very unlucky with keeping their shrines and castles in pristine shape.
I was going to add on to that, since you kept saying, oh yeah, my shrine burned down like 200 years ago. It's still a modern issue. Like, when I studied abroad, I went to the castle in Okinawa, Shuri Castle. That castle burned down in 2019. So just like 5-6
Okay.
years ago, it burned down, and I think they probably rebuilt it. But yeah, it's still a modern issue.
I don't want to Google it. What was the castle called?
Shuri or Shuri Jolt.
Oh yeah, literally when I typed Shooty, it came up. In 2019 was caused to an electrical system glitch. So yeah,
Yeah.
even when we've switched to electricity, they are still cursed to being on fire.
Yes. All right.
Oh yeah, it was in the main hall. Jeez, yeah. I didn't know about this because I've never been there. So yeah, that's. I mean, just Japan is cursed to have everything burned down.
Forgotten Shrine. I heard once that there was a shrine in shambles near Shu's house, but I never knew it was here. Shu told me back then that there's treasure at the roots of the divine tree or something. Sakuko once told me that this place is where the real Senninsugi shrine is. Alright. Am I going to get a weapon underneath a tree?
こんなとこに置いとくなんて。
I'm sorry. Did she just ask why would there be an offering at a shrine?
Why would there be an offering at a shrine for one of those like tombstones? That doesn't make sense. Another lore dump. Trees like that have the white, like
ご神木朽ちているけどかつては立派だったんだろうね
Wow, did it get struck by lightning or something?
that's what it looks like. Those trees, depending on where you are, has like special meaning. So like for example in Kamakura there's a tree that looks like that, and I forgot what the name of it is, like Tenjin, where it said the angels came to earth and light, and angels is like the equivalent of like the English translation of it, but it's not really like angels, it's like heavenly people. But like it's like angels came to earth and like, you know, did stuff here, and then when they died they were buried at that tree, and so the tree like got powers pretty much. So they're spiritual trees.
Blessed.
And so yeah, they're blessed. That was a good way to say it. They're blessed. And so like actually it's very, very bad to even touch the tree like with your hand. So that's why usually they like really try and ward off like those trees. Especially like if you, like for example, if you were like a foreigner and you cut that white part off, bro, I could not see you being anything less than deported. Like that is such a disrespect to Japanese people. All right, so go ahead.
I just want to tack on that you should definitely not do pull-ups on Japanese trees and shrines and that kind of stuff.
You shouldn't do that anyway. Like, who does that?
There have been news stories of foreigners doing that, so...
So dumb.
Regarding the legend of the sacred sword, it is said that Ebisugaoka was a hidden village that once served as refuge for defeated soldiers of the Taira clan. Unfortunately, evidence to support this tale has yet to be found. Still, Ebisugaoka shares many cultural similarities with those of other hidden villages, and it is my belief that this tale is true.
Is this like got some Naruto ninjas here?
Believe it. According to other local legends, the soldiers who fled here vowed to exact revenge upon the Minamoto clan and restore the Taira clan to its former glory. Upon swearing this oath, they buried the sword of their deceased leader at the base of the great tree that serves to protect this land. It'd be a historical breakthrough if we could find that sword.
You can't dig under a tree, the secret tree, though. That would not be okay.
Okay, so obviously, if I'm not doing it this playthrough, then in some New Game Plus, there's going to be a sword right here. Obviously, right?
I mean, that looks like the length of a sword.
Yeah. And why have all
Well,
this lore and even a Steam achievement if there's not going to be a sword here? So maybe in New Game Plus, there's something there.
If you have a sword, you probably need to kill a spirit, so I think you need to kill that fox guy for an ending. There's probably, I think there's like there's got to be a couple endings, right?
At least.
At least 3 I can think of. The one normal one you get when you play for the first time, and then there's probably a good and a bad one. Usually that's how it works. I really like games that have multiple endings.
Wait, no, I got
Not only does it...
What am I doing?
What? Oh, yeah. That's 1100.
Yeah, I can update something.
Your Windows?
My what?
You said I can update something.
Oh.
Are you updating Windows?
Yeah, go to Windows 11 before.
Sorry. I'm an idiot.
No, it's fine. Stamina. Again, barely anything.
No, that was a chunk. I could see a chunk that time. Maybe it
looks the
increases more.
exact same.
No, but I could see a chunk when the update happened. Down there, I can't see a chunk. But when I saw it being upgraded, I saw a chunk. By the way, Shu lives next to this shrine. Bro. Like, actually, you need to think about this. You and your friends lived on the most outer reach places in this city. You lived to the far north. The psychopath lived to the far northeast, and Shu lived far to the northwest.
Sakuko lived in the village, and look what happened to her. She was the first to die.
That's what I'm saying. Like, anyone who lives outside the village was, like, safer. But again, going back to the beginning, towards the beginning of the game, when your character looked out the window and you're like, we can't use the bridge, and the bridge is broken in half, it's like, bro, you can walk across it! Is Shu's house flickering? Oh no, that was just the mist messing with it.
Shu! Aibo! Watashi da!
Oh, there's a delay between me saying that and my mouth moving.
Oh, well, apparently in the English dub, it's really bad. Like, it's not even close.
And the music, the ambience is starting to get bad here.
Shu's house is bloody.
Gosh, just imagine the mosquitoes here.
Could you hear like it sounded like a whining sound when you got near the lake? It sounded like in Skyrim there's those plants that like to make a lot of noise on the riverbanks. Weird.
Oh, I needed to come this way. Hinako began complaining of headaches in middle school. When I tried pinpointing the root cause, things always seemed to come back to stress arising from her poor relationship with her father. In other words, she is suffering from tension headaches. First recommended that she use over-the-counter medicine, but soon she started asking for them more and more often. I don't like the thought of Hinako developing a reliance on such drugs, so I switched her to traditional Chinese medicine that uses kudzu root and peony.
The fuck that is.
As it should put less of a strain on her body. That said, I know the real reason she comes around so often isn't just because she's looking for medicine, but for a place to air her grievances about her father. As my grandmother always said, you can greatly improve the flow of someone's chi simply by listening to their troubles and empathizing with them. Hinako was thrilled with the medicine I gave her and said it worked wonders, but the truth is that that wasn't the medicine alone. I want to hear out all of her troubles and concerns. I mean, that's my job as her partner, right?
Can I say something now? Okay. It clearly sounds like...
Sorry, Hinako keeps interrupting you. What?
Yeah, like she keeps pausing and then talking. So I'm like, is it okay? Can I speak now? Bro, it sounds like the drugs are bad. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
The pills?
Yeah, the things that I keep chomping down on throughout this entire playthrough.
Yeah. Bro, it sounds like you've got a drug problem. You're actually making it worse.
Yeah, maybe the game would change if I don't take any medicine.
Wait, there was no Silent Hill actually. If you never took one of the pills, the bosses never spawn. this is not the front door. The front door was over there on the other side, apparently.
Are you sure? Because this looks like the front door. It's got the light on.
Wait, what was the other door then?
The back door.
Is it? It might be locked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta give it the good old college try.
One more time, I will say that it is very easy to break into someone's house when that is the only door.
But it won't budge.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
Konnichiwa. Irashaimasu
リン
ka?
コ
失礼します。
シュウ
I mean, kind of obvious that would happen, right?
Are you fighting a Yeti? Sasquatch?
Bigfoot. Okay, back to sleepy time.
Oh.
Great time to fall asleep.
I mean, at this point, you probably are just having blood loss problems.